विश्वाच्या हाकेला तू धाव. श्री गणेशा किनाऱ्याला लाव, श्री गणेशा किनाऱ्याला लाव. या देशाची बुडालेली नाव, या देशाची बुडालेली नाव. श्री गणेशा किनाऱ्याला लाव, श्री गणेशा किनाऱ्याला लाव. या देशाची बुडालेली नाव, या देशाची बुडालेली नाव. श्री गणेशा किनाऱ्याला लाव, श्री गणेशा किनाऱ्याला लाव. श्री गणेशा किनाऱ्याला लाव, श्री गणेशा किनाऱ्याला लाव.
Mataji, let's collectively start this new day of meditation, of collective meditation from the whole world, by opening our heart to our mother and to each other. Complete opening of the heart. And namaskar from the depth of our heart. We do namaskar collectively to our mother, and we raise our kundalinis.
Full of joy, giver of joy, feels very happy when she sees her disciple are joyous. Joy is her own quality, is her energy. And yesterday, you must have been amazed to see so many middle-aged ladies of France smiling and laughing. I had never seen them smiling. It's very surprising how they were so joyous and so very happy. And this is the energy of Mahakali that gives you all that joy after realization. And the joy you enjoy among yourselves, all these are the qualities of Mahakali. And when they will read out the names of Mahakali, you will know how her powers manifest in Sahaja Yoga and how it has helped you all to get drenched into the ocean of joy. To begin with, I have to tell you one thing, that Mahakali Puja when you are doing, you have to feel the joy within yourself. and joy from other Sahajogis. If you cannot feel that, that means you are not yet grown. And there's some problem. Maybe with your parents, maybe with your children, maybe with family, with your country, whatever it is, but there's some sort of a conditioning which is working out that doesn't give you that joy. And to grow into Sahaja is very important, which I think people don't understand, even if they live in ashrams. They don't understand one thing, that you have to be collective. If you are not collective, then you are thrown out gradually. Now this Mahakali power has got 7 strings, you can say this. And these strings are there to throw you out into collective subconscious areas. Like as in the sitar you have seen for the resonance, there are other strings also. So once you start getting out of the collectivity, it is the Mahakali herself picks you out and starts throwing you out slowly, slowly to the subconscious area, and where you just disappear. And all kinds of problems start there. I have seen this happening in every country, that people do not attend the collective meditation. For France, I have the same report. And I think the people who do not grow will be thrown out. Sahaja, as you know, has a double action, as the Mahakali has a double action. She is extremely loving, full of joy, full of happiness, and she's the one who's extremely cruel, wrathful. She's the one who's the slayer of all the demons and the evil and those people who try to do evil. So once you are thrown out into the left side, then you can imagine, you can develop any kind of left side diseases to begin with. Muladhara diseases are the worst. You develop diseases like myelitis, you must have heard of the disabilities caused by the muscles getting degenerated. All muscular degeneration comes from this problem. So at any cost, that must be avoided. But if you are not in the collective, if you do not understand the collective, and if you are out of the collective, you will be surprised that negative forces will join together and they'll pull you out. So this is one of the things that happens. So be very careful that don't avoid the collective programs. The another problem about Mahakali is that she's the one who gives you the feeling for your wife, for your husband. She is the one. Now there also, the same problem. If both of them are all right, she is all right. But if she finds any one of them going astray, she'll throw that person out and out and out. And the another person, if that person is attached with that person also, will be thrown out. So this business of falling in love, this nonsense that we have here, that you fall in love, but the word is all right because you fall really in love. It's a real falling happens. So what happens when you start falling in love, there's a kind of a maya of this Mahakali. And you just get infatuated, your ego get pampered or something like that, or you have certain ideas of a wife or something, and then you think, oh, that's the one for me. So in these cases only 2 things can happen. Either you can be lost completely because of your wife or your husband whom you adore and admire, and you finished. I mean, your personality is finished. Or else, the another thing which is even more serious is that will completely break forever and hate each other. That's why they say that there's a love and hate relationship. How can love be hate? But it becomes because of this quality of the goddess, that she is on one side is extremely loving, extremely kind, extremely soft. She goes up to a point. And then she throws you on the other side. And that is why in these countries where people always fall in love, you see, they don't marry otherwise, unless and until they have fallen in love. In that they cross all the maryadas also. In falling in love, they will marry somebody who is already married, or they'll carry on with somebody who is not get divorced, or also they will have marriages among themselves in the same household or something. All kinds of things they do. An old woman marries a young man, or a young old man marries a young girl, like that, all nonsensical things without any maryadas. And they do not stick together. They have no maryadas. So marriage is to create a maryada of your behavior. And this is the maryada which if you do not keep, then this Mahakali gets into it. So first of all, one has to be collective. The ones who are not collective, who do not attend every time a collective program, you might give suggestions that you would like to come for such a such thing. For example, I have already explained that you shouldn't talk. There are so many tapes which they have never heard. Just let them listen to my tape, then go into meditation, and then do the arti and finish it off. Because these tapes are to be heard again and again. Now those who get any questions out of those tapes can next time discuss it before starting the tapes. That's a very good thing, and that works. In India, nobody speaks. They just put my tapes on or show my video. After that, they just have meditation and arti. Finished. After that, nobody talks. But before starting it, they do it is to talk to each other and discuss the problems or discuss anything that they felt about the previous program. Because you have not come here to marry someone or to fall in love into something. You have not come here to get after some woman because she's your wife, or some man because he's your husband. You have had so many husbands and wives in previous lives. But you have come here for your ascent. And if you have come for your ascent, you have to keep a watch. How is your mind working? Supposing I say that you should have good married life. Of course I do say you should have good married life. But not at the cost of losing your ascent. It has happened with people. We have lost a complete, I should say, a city like that. Such stupidity comes up over people. So be careful not to get lost. You have not come here to have only a happy married life, but happy married life is just one step. But if that step is taking you away from the real path of your ascent, it's better to be careful. Also, we must understand the innocence means purity. Purity of thought. As I explained yesterday, I hope you understood the meaning of purity. Purity is to be understood much more by Europeans. Very important. Especially French. Because the whole society is suffering. Society can only be pure if the family life is pure. Not only that, but your relations with each other are pure. Like I was told that somebody fell in love in Ganpatipure. I mean, you go for a pilgrimage. It's like you have to go to buy a sari and you end up with a shaving stick. It's that stupid. You are coming to Ganpati Pune for what? You are coming there for your ascent. It's a pilgrimage. But in the pilgrimage, I have never heard anybody falls in love with each other and goes to marriage. So this bhoot of falling in love must be given up in Sahaja. That is one of the biggest loads. And now one must understand that purity means chastity. Innocence means chastity. Not only physical, also mental chastity. You have to have mental chastity. If you don't have mental chastity, you cannot ascend. Actually, in the West, it is more mental than physical. It's a fact. And that's why their brains have gone off. And they are becoming just like, I think, potatoes now, I think. Because if you go on mentally imagining and playing around and working it out this way, it's going to be absolutely dangerous because it's all imagination. It has nothing to do with reality. The more you get into this kind of a nonsense, the more you become away from reality. That never means you should be dry. It never means you should be negligent of your responsibility. Does not mean. As I said, the sap. माझ्या पर्समध्ये खदिराची बट्टी आहे ती काढ. As I have said, that the sap in the tree rises, all right? Then it purifies, it nourishes every part of the plant separately in a different way. Like it's a mother, so mother. Father is a father. Sister is a sister. Brother is a sister. Brother is a brother. The brother-sister relations cannot become husband-wife relations. How can it be? Now, what happens really is that such a confusion in the mind, and it has created tremendous problems for us. Then the sap nourishes all these things and comes back. It doesn't get attached to something. Oh, she's my wife. So the first priority is my wife. Because I've said, of course, family life has to be all right. You must look after your family life. But that doesn't mean that you make everything suffer. That doesn't mean that your ascent should be finished. It cannot mean that. You are not like ordinary people, you are saints. And for this
Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Let's collectively align ourselves in our attention to have a collective attention above Sasvara, to be collectively the Virat, the enlightened body of Shri Adi Shakti. To continue opening our heart and projecting the spirit from the heart to complete love, which is our nature. And from the heart, let's say 4 times Shri Ganesh mantra. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
श्री गणेश के 12 नाम। ओम श्री सुमुखाय नमो नमः। ओम श्री एकदंताय नमो नमः। ओम श्री कपिलाय नमो नमः। ओम श्री गजकर्णाय नमो नमः। ओम श्री लंबोदराय नमो नमः। ओम श्री विकटाय नमो नमः। ओम श्री विघ्ननाशकाय नमो नमः। ओम श्री गणाधिपाय नमो नमः। ओम श्री धूम्रकेतवे नमो नमः। ओम श्री गणाध्यक्षाय नमो नमः। ओम श्री भालचंद्राय नमो नमः। ओम श्री गजाननाय नमो नमः। साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। श्री गणेश अथर्व शीर्षम्। ॐ नमस्ते गणपतये त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं तत्त्वमसि त्वमेव केवलं कर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं धर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं हर्तासि त्वमेव सर्वं खल्विदं ब्रह्मासि त्वं साक्षादात्मासि नित्यं ऋतं वच्मि सत्यं वच्मि अवत्वं माम् अववक्तारम् अवश्रोतारम् अवदातारम् अवधातारम् अवानुचानमवशिष्यं अवपश्चात्तात् अवपुरस्तात् अवोत्तरात्तात् अवदक्षिणात्तात् अवचोर्ध्वात्तात् अवाधरात्तात् सर्वतो मां पाहि पाहि समन्तात् त्वं वाङ्मयस्त्वं चिन्मयः त्वमानन्दमयस्त्वं ब्रह्ममयः त्वं सच्चिदानन्दाद्वितीयोऽसि त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वं ज्ञानमयो विज्ञानमयोऽसि सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तो जायते सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तस्तिष्ठति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि लयमिष्यति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि प्रत्येति त्वं भूमिरापो नलो निलो नभः त्वं चत्वारि वाक्पदानि त्वं गुणत्रयातीतः त्वं देहत्रयातीतः त्वं कालत्रयातीतः त्वं मूलाधारस्थितोऽसि नित्यं त्वं शक्तित्रयात्मकः त्वां योगिनो ध्यायन्ति नित्यं त्वं ब्रह्मा त्वं विष्णुस्त्वं रुद्रस्त्वम् इन्द्रस्त्वम् अग्निस्त्वं वायुस्त्वं सूर्यस्त्वं चन्द्रमास्त्वं ब्रह्मभूर्भुवस्वरों गणादिं पूर्वमुच्चार्य वर्णादिं तदनन्तरम् अनुस्वारपरतरः अर्धेन्दुलसितं तारेण ऋद्धम् एतत्तव मनुस्वरूपं गकारपूर्वरूपम् अकारो मध्यमरूपम् अनुस्वारश्चान्त्यरूपं बिन्दुरुत्तररूपं नादसन्धानं संहिता सन्धिः सैषा गणेशविद्या गणकऋषिः निच्छृद्गायत्री छन्दः गणपतिर्देवता ॐ गं गणपतये नमः एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ती प्रचोदयात् एकदन्तं चतुर्हस्तं पाशमङ्कुशधारिणं रदञ्च वरदं हस्तैर्बिभ्राणं मूषकध्वजं रक्तं लम्बोदरं शूर्पकर्णकं रक्तवाससं रक्तगन्धानुलिप्ताङ्गं रक्तपुष्पैः सुपूजितं भक्तानुकम्पिनं देवं जगत्कारणमच्युतम् आविर्भूतं च सृष्ट्यादौ प्रकृते पुरुषात् परम् एवं ध्यायति यो नित्यं स योगी योगिनां वरः नमो व्रातपतये नमो गणपतये नमः प्रमथपतये नमस्तेऽस्तु लम्बोदरायैकदन्ताय विघ्ननाशिने शिवसुताय श्रीवरदमूर्तये नमो नमः साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
Complete surrender to the Lord Ganesh. Let's connect with him through our heart and send our love to him and feel the love and the connection through our heart with the Lord Ganesh. Collective surrender. Let's now put the right hand on the floor. Right hand on the floor collectively. Let's raise our attention to the level that we are the Virat. Our attention is beyond the cosmic global being, cosmic enlightened being that is the Virat. That is the body of Shri Krishna. Attention is one with the attention of the Devi, with the divine attention. Heart is totally opened. Kundalini is powerfully, completely rising. All primordial chakras are opened and twirling, and all primordial deities are in the chakras with their consort, smiling, shining, radiating, glowing, powerful, and complete. With the right hand on the floor, let's say 3 times from the heart, Shri Mahakali, Bhairava, with the desire to balance the left side collectively. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahakali Bhairava Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahakali Bhairava Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahakali Bhairava Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Complete attention on the left side to balance the left side, to purify the left side collectively. May all the left side of humanity and of all the yogis be purified, cleansed, and lightened by Shri Mahakali. We keep the right hand on the floor. And we consciously feel all the negativities going into Mother Earth through our right hand on the floor. Let's be very alert. Attention is above Sahasrara, and we just watch all the heat of the collective left side going into Mother Earth.
बाधा नाशक मंत्र. शत्रुमर्दिनी. ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् शत्रुमर्दिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः. श्री अंबिका देवी. ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री अंबिका देवी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः. मधुसूदन. ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् मधुसूदन साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः. तारकासुर संहन्त्री. ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् तारकासुर संहन्त्री साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः. निशुम्भ शुम्भ संहन्त्री. ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् निशुम्भ शुम्भ संहन्त्री साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः. श्री दुर्गा माता जगदम्बा. ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री दुर्गा माता जगदम्बा साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः. श्री रक्षाकरी. ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री रक्षा करी साक्षात श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। राक्षसग्नि ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् राक्षसग्नि साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। श्री चामुण्डा ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री चामुण्डा साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। मधुकैटभहन्त्री ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् मधुकैटभहन्त्री साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। नरकान्तक ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् नरकान्तक साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। श्री शिवशक्तिपुत्र कार्तिकेय ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री शिवशक्तिपुत्र कार्तिकेय साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। श्री कार्तिकेय ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कार्तिकेय साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। सर्वासुरमर्दिनी ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् सर्वासुरमर्दिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। सर्वबाधा विनाशिनी ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् सर्वबाधा विनाशिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। सर्व असत्य गुरुमर्दिनी ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् सर्व असत्य गुरुमर्दिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। सर्वभयहारिणी रुद्ररूपा ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् सर्वभयहारिणी रुद्ररूपा साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
Now, both hands on the lap. We put both hands on the lap and we will again completely surrender to the mantras, to the power of the mantras.
बाधानाशक मंत्र। शत्रुमर्दिनी। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् शत्रुमर्दिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। श्री अंबिका देवी। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री अंबिका देवी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। मधुसूदन। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् मधुसूदन साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। तारकासुर संहन्त्री। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् तारकासुर संहन्त्री साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। निशुम्भ शुम्भ संहन्त्री। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् निशुम्भ शुम्भ संहन्त्री साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। श्री दुर्गा माता जगदम्बा। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री दुर्गा माता जगदम्बा साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। श्री रक्षाकरी। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री रक्षाकरी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। राक्षसग्नि। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् राक्षसग्नि साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। श्री चामुण्डा। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री चामुण्डा साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। मधुकैटभहन्त्री। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् मधुकैटभहन्त्री साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। नरकान्तक। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् नरकान्तक साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। श्री शिवशक्तिपुत्र कार्तिकेय। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री शिवशक्तिपुत्र कार्तिकेय साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। श्री कार्तिकेय। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कार्तिकेय साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। सर्वासुरमर्दिनी। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् सर्वासुरमर्दिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। सर्वबाधा विनाशिनी। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् सर्वबाधा विनाशिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। सर्व असत्य गुरुमर्दिनी। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् सर्व असत्य गुरुमर्दिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। सर्वभयहारिणी रुद्ररूपा। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् सर्वभयहारिणी रुद्ररूपा साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi, Namo Namaha. Complete surrender beyond Sahasrara to the Devi. Complete collective surrender. Ego, superego, mind, all negativities, everything we surrender. Where is our attention? Where is our attention? Are we truly beyond Sahasrara and truly surrendered? Now, let's collectively surrender all humanity from our heart, all the challenges of humanity to Shri Mahakali and ask her, please, enlighten humanity, destroy all negativities, destroy everything that is not pure. Now, very important attention exercise. We need to collectively go beyond Sahasrara and go to the height where we are totally, completely in union with the Devi. We need to go higher, wider beyond Sahasrara, in the higher regions of Sahasrara, of the superior chakras. Open our awareness to our mother and to deserve to have universes that are thrown out at our lotus feet. As Mother said, we can have if we go beyond and we are to a certain level where we deserve. Let's collectively go higher, go wider, and be surrendered to our Mother, to be completely the Spirit, to be one with her completely. Total surrender of ego, of superego, of mind. Everything that is preventing our ascent, we surrender. Only one desire, become the Spirit, be the Spirit, collectively. Before finishing the meditation, we need to check our being collectively. Are we completely united in Sahasrara with our mother? Do we have our heart, which is completely opened, filled with the love of Shri Shiva, of Shri Adishakti, complete unconditional love for all humanity, for all creation, for all our brothers and sisters? Do we feel all our chakras enlightened with the primordial deities within them? With it, do we feel our Kundalini, which is the primordial Kundalini, rising powerfully, gloriously within us as we are the cosmic being, the Virat? Are we truly the Virat? Do we feel this giant global being enlightened that is glowing in the whole cosmos, and all the gods, all the deities are around this beautiful being that we are? Because when we are together, when we are truly together, we are in paradise. We are surrounded by the gods. We are truly at the lotus feet of our mother, of our beloved mother, Shri Adi Shakti, Mataji, Nirmala Devi. Collective Namaskar to our mother from the whole world again, all the children of the Devi that we are. We do a collective Namaskar. The whole planet is doing Namaskar to the Devi through us. And we raise our Kundalini with a heart full of gratitude to our mother to have given us such great blessing, to have made us yogis, to have made us a family, a global family. Jai Shri Mataji.
तातो न माता न बन्धुर्न ताता न पुत्रो न पुत्री न भृत्यो न भर्ता न जाया न वेद्या न वृत्तिर्ममैव कतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि कतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि भवद्भावपारे महादुःखभीरु पपाथा प्रकामे प्रलोभे प्रमथा कसंसारपाश प्रबधा सदाहम् गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि न जानामि ध्यानं न च ध्यानयोगम् न जानामि तन्त्रं न च स्तोत्रमन्त्रम् न जानामि पूजं न च न्यासयोगम् गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि न जानामि पुण्यं न जानामि तीर्थम् न जानामि मुक्तिं लयं वा कदाचित् न जानामि भक्तिं वृतं वापि माता गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि त्वमेका भवानि त्वमेका भवानि